सखीरी मैंने पाए रे तीन रतन 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 एक बाबा एक मुरली एक मधुबन सखीरी मैंने पाए रे तीन रतन सखीरी मैंने पाए रे तीन रतन सखीरी मैंने पाए रे तीन रतन
ओम शांति ओम शांति फिर से बोलो सभी ओम शांति ये तीन बातें सुन ली
So you heard the three things, Baba, Murli, Madhuban, the three jewels. One Om Shanti is Baba, second Murli, and then Madhuban. Or what would you say? First Baba, then Murli, then Madhuban. Where? In Madhuban. Everyone loves Madhuban. I don't think that you would forget Madhuban at any time. To forget Madhuban means to forget Baba. To forget Baba means that you've forgotten the Murli. So the Murli has magic in it. What the Murli makes us into from what we were, what we have become, how we will become perfect. Three forms. Baba always used to say, child, what we were before, look at yourself as you were before. And those photographs of past Lokik life, we finished those, threw them away, disposed of them. Nobody has our past photos. From the time that we belong to Baba, we have those photos. We don't have anybody's photos. I don't think anybody would have kept their photos of their past life. But the present and the future, what I am to become. You've seen mine, haven't you? Baba asked, will you be an emperor or will you be a king or a queen in golden age? And so she said, I'll be a king. So Baba had me dress in a king's costume and then took a photo. So for that we have to do tapasya to become kings. If there isn't renunciation, there cannot be tapasya. And to be in simplicity, because we are going to the in-laws' home, so there has to be that absolute simplicity. Baba's sweet versions, they do wonders within the self. Other than that, Baba's form of maturity, reading the heading of today's Murli, Baba's form of very mature came to my mind. And yesterday's Trushar's face, very entertaining, came to my mind also. Tell me as a detached observer, he was entertaining, wasn't he? Don't look at him, but look at yourself. Are you entertaining? His face, very entertaining. Very good face. You wouldn't be able to say whose son he is. His mother came to take Toli. Doesn't look like her son at all. He wouldn't. The father doesn't even feel that this is my son. But no, this is Baba's son. He has come to us just as an instrument. This is the father's feeling. If you make a list of the people who have this entertaining nature, otherwise I could tell you the names. Sometimes, if my face is not right, then I would say sorry. I would say sorry to Jayanti Ben, Germany Ben, or whoever, if my face spoils. And she says, now I won't let that happen. From today, I won't let that happen. It's Mama's day, Wednesday. Wednesday is Mama's day. To make one's face like Mama's. Very mature. Not to come into sound. And the blessing also was saying not to see the bad things of anyone, not to think of anyone as bad. And I will make a list and you can add your things to it if you like. But an entertaining nature, not to laugh too much, but purity, truth, humility, patience. So, purity, truth, patience, purity first, that I should not have any slight, even slightest impure thought. If that happens, my face will not be so good. In my words, there will be power if there is truth within. And to bring purity in my life, there has to be truth. Honesty with the self. With purity, one becomes yogi. So purity and yogi go together. With truth. And then in my relationships, humility. It's not a matter of bowing down in humility, but to move along with humility means to automatically make others bow. And this is happening with the Mahatmas, the sages. They are feeling there's no one like these people, like the Brahma Kumaris. And so with humility, purity, truth, automatically we speak less, because the truth that is within is doing its work. Many people's hearts are realizing these things, and the truth is giving them power. Keep Baba's words of maturity in front of you. And then internally, that truth is there and the humility does its work. If there is a little bit of lack of humility, then the truth will not be revealed. Truth, humility brings a great deal of patience. If there's a lack of humility, then one will not have patience. If there isn't patience, then there will not be the obvious maturity. If there is maturity, then there will be this entertaining entertaining nature. Maybe someone may not be laughing or entertaining, but internally there will be that sweetness and cleaning, and with their valuable words you will see their maturity, and they will have attention. You heard today's Murli, and as I was reading the Murli, and I heard it also, if I didn't bring this Murli into my life, then how can I show my face to Baba? In the early morning, we look at Baba. Baba is also seeing us. One time in Madhuban, just we hear Baba's Murli, we enjoy it very much, we like it a great deal. And they were very sweet, innocent souls, about 15, 20, sitting in front of Baba in the small hall, the history hall. At that time, Baba had sent so many of us away on service. Baba had kept a few back in Madhuban. And that time I had gone to Madhuban. Baba spoke the Murli very nicely, and I said, Baba, that was such a lovely Murli. And Baba said, yes, it was in front of you. Baba said, wherever you are, Baba is speaking the Murli to you. And so I had such intoxication, and I felt wherever I am, Baba is speaking the Murli to me. Baba said it with so much love. Why I'm telling you this is so that you also have this experience. Baba's speaking the Murli to me personally. Yes, he's speaking to you, all of you, but each one should feel Baba speaking directly to me. And then that entertaining feeling will come. Reading the heading, Alka, think about this. But come into that feeling of being entertaining. It's not a big thing to be entertaining, but to churn knowledge. Think about knowledge, and then to lose yourself in that experience of churning, so that internally you are thinking the thoughts of Gyan through, and then in that awareness, it's like turning the beads of the rosary very slowly, rotating the jewels of knowledge in your thoughts very slowly. At least 108 of Baba's great versions should be working within me. Somebody had written 108 points from Baba's Murlis. There's nothing else in the heart. The heart is with the comforter of hearts. The heart stays with the comforter of hearts. Then will your nature not be entertaining? As the heart is with the comforter of hearts, then you are doing tapasya with the one who looks after your heart. I never used to go out. Baba said, child, have you been and seen the Dilwara temple? And I said, no, Baba, I haven't seen it. So Baba said, go today and see the Dilwara temple and see, is your alcove there? The alcove in which you are doing tapasya? And Baba said, notice that it is heaven up above, the carvings of heaven up above. And I went, I saw my room, and that temple really brings awareness of our tapasya. And one thing of regret that I share with you, in Karachi they were making the picture of the tree. The picture of the tree was made in Karachi, this ladder in Bombay, Lakshmi and Narayan picture also in Bombay, but the cycle and the tree, especially, first the cycle picture was created, and then the tree in Karachi. And Baba had that done with a lot of effort. Every day Baba would be conducting Murli and giving points of how the picture of the tree should be, and we did it by hand. And we colored each leaf by hand. Every day Baba would conduct Murli on these things. And underneath the tree, they had faces of those who were sitting in tapasya, and 8 were put in there, but I was not in there. So those who Baba thought were the right ones were in that picture, and I felt, oh, but I'm not in there. And so, yes, it's a matter of something of the heart, and I wanted to make such effort, and I wanted to be seated with Mama and Baba in that picture of the tree. There were 4 or 5 sisters, 2 or 3 brothers, and I thought, okay, let it be like that. But this is just being entertaining. Not that, why are they there and why am I not there in that picture? But internally making that incognito effort to become worthy. And seeing what is it that Baba really likes. That I want to do the things that Baba really likes. And then one other thing. Our sister Wendy of Australia, who had come here and become sick and was in the hospital, and our sisters in Tower Road looked after her. Today she left the body in Australia. According to their time, 9:30 in the morning, she passed away. So 12-hour difference between us and America. She was my very lovely friend. And just as many of you took knowledge here in the early days, Wendy was one of the early students there. She had done so many different types of service. She had been to Pakistan also, been to different corners of the world. But when Dadi heard that Wendy has left the body, what would Dadi have said to herself? Just as she had created a very good memorial for herself, no matter what her health may have been, but Dadi kept hearing that her face was very good. She heard also from here that her face had been very good. And when she went to Australia, Dadi received news that she's only here for a few days now, but her face was always very good. And just as we heard in today's Baba's Murli, that doesn't matter what may happen, yes, there will be complications of the body. Afterwards, we will take the full 84 births, but how should we leave the body at the end? To think that I'm going to Shantidham and then to Sukhdam. So to Sukhdam via Shantidham. So where are we staying now? Where do we stay now? We have been sustained in Baba's lap. We're sitting on Baba's heart. We're sitting in Baba's eyes and going with him up above. So where do we stay? Ask yourself, out of all these, where are you? Baba put us in his lap and gave us nectar to drink. And the song, Mother, oh Mother, you are the bestower of fortune. You are the bestower of fortune, oh Mother. You took us into your lap, you gave us nectar to drink. So this is Brahma Baba. Yes, the Mother. So such thoughts, such churning, and realizing Baba as the bestower of fortune is making us into bestowers of fortune. 2 days ago, Baba's child in knowledge, who was the one who gave knowledge to Mama. She was my class friend, and there was no one else like her in the class. She was very, very good, and I had spiritual chit-chat with her, and she said to me, Janki, just think that you have to drink nectar and give others nectar to drink. That's all. And this is what Dadi remembered. She gave me this in writing, and I kept it. That I have to drink nectar and give others nectar to drink. And then, no matter how many tests came, I only thought of this one thing, to drink nectar and offer nectar to others to drink. What other story can I say? She was number 1. She was even ahead of Mama. But then 2-3 years later, maybe 4-5 years later, According to Mama's dharana, Mama went ahead, and this sister was not able to tolerate that. Subtle. Why I'm sharing this with you? Because as we move along, fly and make others fly. Even if there is even a slight trace of jealousy, they cannot come into the golden age. The seat of golden age can't be claimed by such a soul. It was fixed, but then it becomes cancelled because of that one trait. The soul was not able to tolerate that, and she left. She left Baba. She didn't get married. She was good. But she was not able to see Mama be placed ahead because Mama's dharana was so good. So this is one example.
But ye itni bhi jealousy jo aaj Baba ne Suryavanshi Chandravanshi mein jana hai.
So little jealousy, yet Baba has said, from golden age you've passed to the silver age. For one who is to go into golden age, no one can prevent that soul from going there. It is destined for them to go there. No one can stop them. For this, there has to be enthusiasm, zeal, enthusiasm. Baba said always to me, the child stays in zeal and enthusiasm. This will remain when the soul has always has the experience of courage and the father's help. It doesn't matter what happens. The child should not let go of courage. Courage is so wonderful. If you lose courage, if you are defeated in this way, then many different things will come and you will not be victorious. There will not be the experience of happiness through faith. There will not be the experience of victory through faith. Yes, tests will come. They will come maybe in 6 months. The physical exams, tests people do outside, they come every year, they come every 6 months. But for us, they come at every moment. They can come at any time. They can come in the early morning. There's no fixed time for this. He says, what is this? Because we are claiming an elevated status. We're not the students of a primary school, we're university students. We are the most fortunate that we have this outside on the wall that this is the World Spiritual University. That we belong to such a university. Okay, we call ourselves students. But what are we students for? To be the conquerors of Maya, the conquerors of the world. We are warriors. We're not just students, but we're warriors. Here, this is a military sitting within these walls. Baba used to say, those who are in the military, the government automatically looks after them well. Whether other people receive food or not, the government will definitely make sure that the military are fed. Why? Because they are the protectors of the country. They don't have to think about their food and drink. They will automatically receive it. But think that we are the protectors of the world. Those people are crying out of distress, sadness, unhappiness, but we are the non-violent army. Dadi keeps the magazine or something or other with her so that she has something to read, and there was an article. Niraj Bhai sometimes writes articles, others also. And there was an article of Jagdish Bhai's in the magazine. It was about what is called non-violence. Think about these things, then this nature of being entertaining will come in. If you have the slightest thought of violence for the self or for others, unto others, sometimes people think about violent thoughts for the self and make themselves hopeless. They make themselves hopeless and become ill as a result. And that illness then does not leave because of hopelessness. Because we say, whatever we do, accordingly we will attain. If we do good, then automatically we will receive good fruit. But to do good, internally there needs to be courage, faith in the self, and honesty. In an unlimited sense, we need these qualities. Courage, faith, and trust. So this would have been a good question to ask. But when there is courage, then Baba's help is there, and that experience can never be forgotten. And I'm saying from the heart. Doesn't matter what may have happened. Even if my breath was up to here and is about to leave, even if some tests may have come from outside, but the courage was always there. And so Baba's help was always there. In today's Murli, Baba saying about if you want to make your face so entertaining, it can happen even today. We don't have to do anything. Baba will make the face entertaining. Baba wants to make our face such. As is said as on the path of bhakti, others should not have difficulty in making our images, our eyes, our lips, and the image should be so perfect. The ones who make temples, yes, they will do that work, but there really has to be an expert to make the images. Baba has made very nice places for us, but Baba is the one who is making us into the images. We have made the centers, the places, but just that one thought, Baba is the one who is creating me. I simply have to do that work of being it. How I'm going to do this? Quiet. Don't think too much. There's too much of a habit of thinking and speaking. To speak, to see others. As Baba said today, talk no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. Who is this for? It's Mahatma Gandhi who created these slogans, but it's for us. Baba used to like this. If we want to make our faces entertaining, then I don't know if you all have seen Madhuban or not. I don't know if all of you had seen this in Madhuban or not, but the Russian family had made a scene of the Golden Age, and in this, Dadi was made the emperor of Golden Age, and the atmosphere of such. Everyone was in special costumes and crowns. Brijmohan Bhai was also given a king's costume, And he had a lot of intoxication, and they really thought they were in Golden Age, how they would be there. The dress, the atmosphere was like Golden Age, and then the gathering was also like a royal family. And then I thought to myself, what's the big deal in this? But our stage has to be so perfect, so great, so that those who are to come into Golden Age will accept that, yes, you are the king. So to be Raj Yogis, today Baba said, be Raj Rishis. You receive a kingdom through yoga, but right now we are Rishis. That is, those who have nothing. And the sadhus, the sages, the sannyasis were also thought of as rishis. They may be in the household path, but they are rishis, they own nothing. In the Sindh community, some were given the name Rishi, seeing their activity, their behavior. They would think this one is very obedient, very good. From childhood, they would think this one is like a Rishi. Even in old age, they would think of him as a Rishi. Their way of dress, walking, speaking, like a Rishi. For a short time, from that self-sovereignty, not that they suppress their mind and their senses, but will simply say to their mind, quiet. It's not that they stopped performing actions, no. But they had control over their mind and senses whilst active, whilst performing actions, being in supersensuous joy. As Baba said today, to dress well, to have a nice sari, never to have this sort of thought. Dadi would never have had these sort of thoughts. Someone else is wearing something nice, you think, I want to wear that too. But no, whatever dress Baba has given me is what I want to wear. In that too, as simple as can be. The more you live economically, the better. And I feel a little bit shy to tell you, but I can't stop myself from telling you. When we were in Karachi, Dadi Chandramani, who was my Dadi, the one who took care of me, the Kumaris that she had, I said to Mama, no, she said to Mama, Mama, sorry, I said to Mama, Mama, let me be part of that group so I can help look after the group also. And I used to see that if somebody had slightly torn clothes, they would want to throw them. And I said, Dadi Chandramani, tell them to give me their torn clothes and I will repair them, and by evening I'll put them in their rooms. And in 12 years, the clothes that Dadi had received, she wore them for 12 years. She never asked me. She never asked for new clothes. If the sari was damaged or torn, she would cut it and repair it, and so kept wearing the same ones. And then Baba came to know and that Dadi was sewing and stitching the holes and whatever. And Baba said, take my damaged clothes also and stitch those and repair them. And so Dadi did that for Baba. So do service, but also move along with economy. We used to eat, never having the face that this is not nice to eat. Some, and the sisters who used to live with Dadi, they used to say, today I'm not hungry. And then they would want something nice to
अभी ये
eat.
कैसे सूर्यवंशी में आएंगे?
So Dadi is saying, how will they come into golden age?
अच्छा खाना देख
Seeing nice
तो
food,
कहेंगे तो
they'd say, yes, this is good.
नहीं तो भूख नहीं है,
Otherwise,
नींद
they'll
आ रही है,
say,
छोड़ो ना,
actually,
मुझे
I'm
खाना
not
नहीं खाना,
hungry.
नींद आ
Or
रही
they'll
है।
say, actually, I don't feel like eating because
ऐसे
I'm
ऐसे
sleepy.
अंदर अपने ऊपर अटेंशन रखने से
So, to keep attention on yourself over all these things,
बहुत अटेंशन है,
a lot of attention,
फिर चेहरा ऑटोमेटिक
then the face automatically
बहुत काल से खुशनुमा,
will be a very happy, cheerful face over a
अपन
long
को
period of
खुशनसीब
time,
समझने से
considering yourself to be
भाई कोई बात
enormously
कोई बात नहीं,
fortunate.
बाबा मेरा
And
कोई
nothing
बाबा
matters.
मेरा है,
Baba is
बाबा ने
mine.
जो सिखाया है ना,
The things Baba has taught
एक
me,
भी शिक्षा
even one teaching,
मेरे लाइफ में ना हो नहीं सकता,
can't be missing in my life. Not even one
किसी ने
teaching
सिखाया
from
नहीं
Baba can be missing in my life. Baba has given so many teachings.
अभी टाइम हो गया है,
Okay, now the time is up.
पर जितनी मुरली में शिक्षाएं हैं
But all
note
the
करो,
teachings that are in the Murli, note them for yourself.
कितना मैं बाबा देखेगा कितना टाइम बच्चे
Baba
एकांत
will
में बैठ के
see
बाबा को याद करते
how
हैं,
much does the child sit in solitude and remember
कभी भी
Baba.
बैठ करके किसी फालतू बात कानों में करना
To sit and talk
मिले
useless things, or whisper useless
कोई
things
सुने
in
नहीं,
anyone's ears is not something that
कोई
I've ever
सुनना है,
done. And
सपस करेंगे ये
whispering
बात
that
ऐसी थी ना तब
nobody
सुनाई
else
ना,
listens,
भगवान
and
बचाए,
clarifying things that it's like
क्या
this.
जरूरत है,
Let me say, be safe from all these things. What need is there for such things?
कल्याणकारी बाप है, कल्याणकारी
The
युग है,
father is the benefactor. This age is the beneficial age.
ऐसी ऐसी बातें
Such
न
things
सिर्फ मन चिंतन में हो
shouldn't just be in our thoughts, in our thinking,
परंतु चलन में हो,
but should be in my activity,
चेहरे पर हो,
on my face.
तो आखिरी जो है ना
And then
बाबा का साक्षात मेरा रूप बन जाओ,
finally, Baba
तभी
says
बनेंगे
we will
ऐसा
become
रमणीक बाबा
those who
रमणीकता
reveal
से,
Baba through our
बड़े प्यार
faces.
से,
So, with love,
एक बारी बाबा ने
in an entertaining
हम सब
way,
बच्चों को अच्छा बहलाने के लिए
what Baba did to
अपने
entertain
पास
us
क्लिफ्टन में
children,
बुलाता
he
था,
called us to Clifton, where he
दो
was
कार
staying.
जाती थी, कार
Two
थी,
cars would go at a
बाबा
time.
मम्मा बनाती थी फलाने ड्राइवर,
Mama would make
21 दिन
the
बुलाया,
list of
21
who's
प्रकार
going,
का पुलाव खिलाया,
and we went
पुलाव
for
21
21.
प्रकार का, आज बाबा ये पुलाव बनेगा, आज ये
We
पुलाव
went and
बनेगा,
Baba for 21
एक
days,
अच्छी
and
बहन
Baba
थी,
fed us
भंडारी हुशार थी,
rice of different
बाबा ने
kinds,
21 दिन थे,
21 different types of
अभी ऐसे
rice on
प्रोग्राम
those
हम
21
बनाएंगे,
days.
रबड़ी
And so that is saying that we will make such types of programs, some entertaining programs here.
बाबा को पीछे
Very
याद, बाबा
wonderful. And afterwards we would remind
कराची में
Baba,
डर लग क्या करे
in the
बच्चों
days
को
of
डर न हो,
Karachi,
ये न हो, बाबा इतना बहलाता था,
Baba used to entertain
वो
us so
याद
much so that
सताई
we
नहीं,
were not
21
afraid
प्रकार का
of
पुलाव बाबा ने
anything
खिलाया हमको,
of what was happening outside.
रोज वो
And
डायरेक्शन देता था, आज ये
21
पुलाव
types
बनेगा,
of
आज ये पुलाव
pulao,
बनेगा, आज ये
pulao
पुलाव
rice.
बनेगा,
And
खा के
Baba would say,
बाबा से
today
बैठ के
it has
शाम
to be
को आते
this
थे,
type of rice, that type of rice.
ऐसे ऐसे
And we
रबड़ी
would
प्रोग्राम
eat with
बनाओ,
Baba and
कहाँ
we
है
would
सब मेरी,
entertain Baba also.
भाई ऐसे
So
प्रोग्राम
where is
बनाओ,
Hansaben? So make
पर
such a
ऐसे भी नहीं,
program.
आदत पड़ जाए,
Not
परंतु
that
रमणीक
we should
बनने
have
के
the
लिए
habit
कुछ
of having very good
अपन में
food,
कुछ और
but
बात न करो,
no, don't
बाबा की
talk
मीठे
about
चरित्र
other
सुनने के
things,
लिए,
but think about Baba's divine
भले
activities. Listen to Baba's divine
खुश
activities
रहो,
and be happy. Always to be happy.
खुश रहना,
To be happy,
खुशी बांटना,
to share happiness.
खुशी बांटना कौन बांटेगा,
Who will share happiness?
जो कभी न खुश हुआ ही नहीं है ना,
Those
उनसे
who have
पूछने की
never
जरूरत नहीं है
not
ना,
been happy.
तो बाबा ने ये
It's
भी
not
कहा था,
necessary to ask them
8 बज
about their
गया,
happiness.
बाबा ने ये भी कहा था, बच्चे
Baba had also
सत्य में
said,
जैसे कोई पूछेंगे खुश हो,
children, would anyone ask you
सत्य
in
में
the
कोई
golden
पूछे
age,
खुश हो,
are you happy?
अभी तुम्हारे क्यों पूछे,
So why should Baba ask you now?
अभी तुम्हारे क्यों पूछे,
Why should anyone
सीख
ask
गए
you
ना,
now? because you've learned here to be always happy. Out of Mama and Baba, we never had the power, the strength to ask them, is your health okay? We would never have asked, how are you? You know, how is your health? We would never have asked that. Just this thing, how are you? How is your health? We never had the strength to ask that to Baba or Mama. They would give such drishti and ask you, are you happy? So, think about today's Murli for the sake of being entertaining, to stay in that awareness, that deep love to stay in the awareness of Baba's teachings. Sometimes we talk about olden things, about some other country that we were in. So I say, what are you talking about? Please don't talk about those things. And then they'll say, oh, but we have to go back there. We have to be there. No, it's as if you're making your booking to go into the Moon dynasty. Whatever are your type of thoughts, whatever type of thoughts you have, that's the kind of booking you are doing for yourself for the future. That is, booking yourself for Golden Age, Silver Age, whatever. So, book yourself to go to Golden Age. It's still possible to change your booking and go to the Golden Age. Okay. So now stay in silence. Is it okay, Murli Dada? Okay.